I know, pup. Max says it's lunchtime. This is a 2012, I think, Ford F350. Needed a starter. Couldn't get it inside by myself, so I just changed that out in the parking lot. But the customer mentioned that there might be something wrong with the brakes. I think what's wrong with the brakes is there are no brakes. Let me see if I can show you guys. See that caliper slide pin? Shouldn't be extended all the way out like that. So let's roll this thing inside, see what's going on. I want to emphasize, he drove this here. If you can believe it, this pig's only got 51,000 miles on it. It is just about completely clapped out. Exhaust manifolds are both leaking. It's got the 6.2 gas engine. Body's pretty rotted. Frame's not far behind. Yeah, it definitely doesn't have much for brakes. I think it led a pretty tough life before he bought it, and he's doing a pretty good job of finishing it off. At least it starts now. Of course. Of course. I don't know, those couldn't be original tires, could they? It's possible, these wheels have never been off. That's what I thought we were going to find. Does anyone see anything missing here? Maybe an important component that should be between the caliper and the brake rotor? Now he made it seem like this just happened. But yeah, she's been running that way for a while. Unbelievable. So we're going to need a rotor and a caliper and some pads. Possibly a wheel bearing. Guess we'll see when we get it apart. Cross your fingers. Oh, nothing to it. Yeah, right. We're gonna need a bigger hammer. There it is. I think that used to be 15 millimeter. It's not anymore. Let's see if a 14 will do it. Well, there's your problem. Okay. This has got to be one of the worst ones I've ever seen. And that's so sharp you could shave with it. Normally what happens is the inside pad wears all the way down, and then the pad flies out, then your pistons pop out, and then your brake pedal goes right to the floor. This is pretty unusual. The inside brake pad must have got stuck in the bracket, and then it just wore its way through the outside pad, and then eventually through the caliper, and most of the way through the rotor. Yeah, I've said it before and I'll say it again. This is the stuff that's out there on the road coming at you at 70 miles an hour. Makes you think. This carnage is bad news for the customer's bottom line, but it's actually good news for us. Makes it a lot easier. We don't have to clean up any old parts. People ask me why I bother with a brake lathe. These rotors are 130 bucks a piece, my cost. I think the caliper is around 200 bucks. These Super Duties are not cheap to keep on the road. Got Loctite on these bolts. There are clip-on squeakers, but I don't think we're going to bother. If 1,000 miles of metal on metal grinding didn't do the trick, I don't see what a squeaker is going to do. Loctite on these bolts also. Alright, we gotta bleed it and then we should be done. I am not a fan of this brake hose routing. It's in the way of the bleeder and the caliper bolt. Some days it's hard to believe these guys have been building cars for over 100 years. I think that's it. Pretty simple job, just replace everything. Of course I did do both sides, but if I don't show it, it didn't happen. This caliper was okay. Okay, I know brake job videos are kind of boring, but I thought you guys might appreciate some carnage. And I remember now, I think it was about a year ago, I made a video, I think it was on a Dodge, where the caliper got stuck and it wore the pad all the way down to the backing plate and lots of carnage. Same guy that owned that truck owns this truck. So I guess old habits die hard. Anyway, I'm going to send this cream puff down the road. Thanks for watching.